Good afternoon. This is Corby Dickerson with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana, with a impact briefing for an upcoming Arctic blast we're expecting to affect much of the area next week. This is a weather story that we issued yesterday. It highlights basically the contrast of what we're going to be seeing, which is a gorgeous weekend followed by a significant change in the weather with wind chill, wind, snow, poor visibility, icy roads. Basically, we're jumping 2 feet into winter. So like I said, this is a significant Arctic outbreak, and it's going to start Sunday night. Right up front, I want to place the impacts before you. We've got snow impacts, a messy Monday morning commute from many locations, of which I'll highlight further as we move into the briefing. Very heavy snow in the higher terrain along the Continental Divide. Wind, strong winds developing, gusts of greater than 50 miles an hour, not out of the question near Bad Rock Canyon. Greater than 40 are likely in downtown Missoula and Hellgate Canyon. Wind chill readings, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, we're looking at minus 20s and minus 30s along the Continental Divide and minus 20 possible in Missoula by the time we get to Wednesday morning. So Sunday night into Monday morning, the first push of the cold air starts to infiltrate western Montana. We're looking at snow and blowing snow developing along the Continental Divide, coming through Glacier National Park, along Highway 2 and into the Kalispell and Flathead Valley. Conditions will quickly deteriorate in Columbia Falls and in the northern Kalispell or northern Flathead Valley. We're looking right now at probably 2 to 4 inches. Could see a few more inches on top of that, depending on how quickly the wind gets there and how much precipitation and how quick the snow levels fall after that. Farther to the south, snow is going to be gradually mixing with rain. The boundary is going to exist somewhere between the Mission Valley and the northern to southern Bitterroot Valley, where the rain to snow transition line is going to be. It's going to be a pretty dramatic and stark change between the two. Not necessarily where my black line is drawn on this map, but somewhere between the black line and the dark blues is where we're going to see things transition from rain to snow. It's possible we could see a messy Monday morning commute in Missoula with 1 to 2 inches and perhaps even more becoming possible by Monday morning. We'll be further analyzing the snow potential and in the valleys as we move into the weekend. Forecasters will be analyzing this overnight and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to provide further updates as we go forward in a recorded briefing. Tuesday morning, we're looking at temperatures, just air temperatures of plus 5 to plus 15 in the north, 10 to 20 degrees in Missoula, and 20 to 30 degrees down in the southern parts of central Idaho. It's going to be even colder when you take into the wind chill factor. We're looking at minus 25 to minus 5 in northwest Montana, specifically in the Kalispell, Flathead Valley, perhaps even the Mission Valley, and most especially along the Continental Divide. In the Missoula Valley, we're looking at minus 15 to plus 5 wind chill readings. The winds will be pretty strong coming out of Hellgate Canyon, and the worst wind chills will be felt from Missoula along Highway 200 and Highway 12, working their way to the Continental Divide, where at times it'll be minus 15. So we move into Tuesday afternoon, we're looking at highs minus 5 to plus 15 in the north and plus 5 to plus 20 in Missoula to Sealy Lake, and then across over to the Continental Divide. 25 to 40 degrees is kind of what we're banking on down in central and south central Idaho. It's going to be a stark contrast to where we were yesterday, anywhere from 40 to as much as 60 degrees cooler than what our high temperatures were observed at yesterday, which is almost unfathomable, but with all the model data supporting this confidence, it's hard to deny. As we move into Tuesday afternoon and we look at the wind chill readings, winds will continue to flood into the area as cold air purges across the Continental Divide. Wind chill readings minus 20 to minus 10 in northwest Montana, minus 5 to plus 15 in the Missoula and Sealy, Swan perhaps, and over towards Ovando, Helmville, Avon, those areas. Wednesday morning is going to be even colder, which is almost hard to believe for this time frame in November, but that's what the models are all indicating, and every indication we've got as far as model guidance tools that we utilize shows us that we're looking at not near record-breaking temperatures, but certainly on the colder tier of things. Near single-digit readings across the central part of west central Montana with -5 to 5 degree readings in the northwest. The only thing keeping temperatures from growing colder is really wind and clouds, as we will certainly have some of those to deal with at this time frame, which will produce wind chill readings of -25 to 0 degrees in northwest Montana. We could even see some -30 readings in the higher terrain, where even a breath of air is going to create some hazardous conditions. -15 to +5 seems reasonable across west central Montana, although truthfully that is a bit unreasonable. Going across into Wednesday afternoon, not much help. We're going to be -5 to 5 in the north and 0 to +10 across west central Montana. There's a continued push of this Arctic air keeps coming into the area. We could start to see things moderate a bit, and it could feel a little bit better since the sun's going to come out. Regardless of that fact, we're going to still need to be wearing our jackets. Wind chill readings are still going to be with us. We're looking at -15 to 5 across the west central parts of the area and -20 to 0 degrees in northwest Montana. Thursday and beyond, there's still lots of model variability, but continued unseasonably cold. The potential for another Arctic blast is in the models on Friday, though it's still met with great uncertainty. And eventually snow returns to the forecast. With all this cold air coming in, we'll move into a westerly flow, and we'll start to bring the impact of snow into the forecast, though timing of this is uncertain, and it's still very much uncertain. Again, the impacts of this forecast that are set before us, there are even more impacts that are possible, but these are the highlights of what we're expecting as far as how these conditions could affect you. Once again, my name is Corby Dickerson. I work here at the National Weather Service as a meteorologist. You can get the latest information on our website or just pick up the phone and give us a call. We're here 24 hours a day to serve you.